Welcome back to FT Markets. I'm joined by Jean-Claude Trichet, who was president of the European Central Bank during the Eurozone debt crisis. We're here to talk about where the Eurozone is now and the crisis that is still unfolding in Greece. Mr. Trichet, when you look at Greece now, do you see a risk of Greece leaving the Eurozone, and wouldn't that have huge implications for the rest of the monetary union?
I never met that working assumption, the Grexit. And I have experienced myself a very difficult
in 2010, you were at the heart of the
May
initial
2010, in 11, where we had new challenges, and of course it has been a succession of very big challenges for Greece and for other countries. But my own understanding is that Greece will progressively negotiate with the friendly countries, those who helped Greece in the past, and that appropriate solution fully compatible with staying in the euro area and fully compatible with the promises which were made on employment and staying in the euro area by the new government would be found out. So it's a question of maturing and progressing in the right direction.
But yet we have a new government elected in January led by Syriza, which is openly hostile towards the so-called austerity programs imposed by the Troika, of which the European Central Bank was part. It seems determined to renegotiate a better deal from its point of view for Greece, and it wants for the Greeks, and it wants to renegotiate Greece's debt mountain, if you like. What is it that, so this is why financial markets think Greece exit is a possibility. What is it that they're missing?
No, first of all, let me say that the Troika did not impose anything. The Greek successive governments of all sensitivities asked for help coming from the IMF and from the European friends. And help was given. A big level of help, obviously, was given by the international community and by the European. And the governments of Greece were the decision makers after discussion with the helping entities, if I may. So that's a point which is very, very important. But that being said, my own understanding is that the Greek government is understanding more and more that, of course, it is very important for it, to have the stamp of the international community, to have the stamp of Europe on a program which would inspire confidence. Because to deliver what has been promised, you have to inspire confidence.
Do you think an exit by a Eurozone country is possible and manageable? I mean, in 2010, you fought vehemently against Greece leaving because you worried about contagion effects. But the world's changed a lot of things have changed, more financial cushions put in place. Would Grexit be manageable now?
I think that Grexit would be today, as it was before, a drama for the European people. And that's one of the reasons why the new government is not asking for leaving the euro area. It would be an absolute drama for the people of Greece. And it would also be, of course, a big, big shock for the rest of Europe. So I don't share at all the views that, it would be a very, very simple procedure and so forth. I never made that working assumption, and I will certainly not make that working assumption. I am personally convinced that the appropriate way of working out what is the best for the Greek people and the best for the international community and for the European Union.
Much of your career, Mr. Trichet, has been about designing the architecture for the euro, launching the euro, implementing monetary policy over your 8 years in Frankfurt. A lot of the time, you had a lot of cynicism, especially from New York and London, about whether the Eurozone would survive. So far, you've been right. What is it that New York and London don't understand about Europe?
Well, first of all, let me say that we had the worst possible stress test we could imagine, with the worst financial crisis exploding in 07, 08, and the resilience of the euro area proved remarkable despite all the Cassandras. We were 15 countries in the euro area at the moment of Lehman Brothers. We are now 19 countries in the euro area. The 15 stayed in, and 4 new countries, sovereign countries, decided to enter. That is something which is
you have to see
a
fact.
fact.
It's a political project.
It's a fact, yeah. The underlying I would say, phenomenon is a historical construction, an historical endeavor which started in a way with a speech of Schuman in 50, so we are 65 years later, and it goes on. Not understanding that which is underpinning the European construction and the euro area in particular is this long-term historical endeavor is making a big mistake, and it's difficult to understand what's happening if you don't incorporate that element.
Mr. Trichet, thank you very much.
Thank you.